Muscle Car Corner here at Tim Wellborn's home. We've got all the cars on the lawn today. I'm here with Mike on this 70 Superbird Custom. This car, from what he was telling me just briefly, it's painted after a month, after it was new, and did this custom paint on it. And Mike's going to tell us a little bit about the car. Mike, how you doing, brother?
All right.
Mopar brother, the Mopar brother. So tell me about this Plymouth Superbird.
So I guess this one was sold new in Michigan, and the dealer tried getting 3 cars, but it was late enough. They only got the one, and the original owner right away took and they blanked out the tail panel on it.
Okay.
You see, because they wanted it to look more like the race cars, like
Okay.
the race car cars. And apparently that was an issue because you can see the taillights at night, but not during the day very well.
All right.
So
All right.
within the first few weeks of him having it, he was making a left corner, and the motorcycle couldn't see his blinker and come around and hit the front of the car.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
that's when they leaded the nose and then put the rest of the custom paint
Oh,
on.
okay. He's talking about lead in the nose. That's one of the first things I saw. It didn't have the gap where the bumper bolts onto the fender itself. They made it all one. So they leaded it, and then it's probably got some filler to finish it off. But looking at this car, the history of it, it's been a mainstay in the Mopar world for many years.
It was part of the wing club from new, or for the first. It was at the first meet until at least the late.
And when was that first meet?
75.
Really?
Which they had about. If you Google pictures on the internet, there's YouTube videos.
Nice. So,
there was probably only maybe 20 cars at the first meet.
how long have you had it?
I've had it for, I suppose, 3 years or so.
About 3 years. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's an important part of Mopar history from what I can see. It's, not a factory show car like the ones that they did build, and they took around to all the dealers with that program. Chrysler was amazing the way they marketed these vehicles, So just seeing something that was painted back in 1970, after is new is kind of an oddity for somebody to go into a car like this and paint it.
It's a low-mileage Survivor.
Is it?
Other than, the interior is all original, and that's in really nice shape.
Well, let's take a look at that while he opens the hood on. I did notice the buckets are in real nice shape. And what's the mileage on it? Is that 60? 60,000?
Put a couple thousand miles on it.
Wow. Is this interior is totally the way it was, and these,
Yes.
like the inside, the door trims, all this paint and everything is original?
Yeah, the only thing that wouldn't be would be the console top plate. The other one's in the trunk.
Gotcha.
They changed it to an automatic in 72 for Les's wife, because it was
Really? Neat.
her car to drive, and she didn't like the 4-speeds.
Well, something I didn't realize that all Superbirds had vinyl tops on them.
Yeah.
And that's something I learned.
The lead work in the back window area.
Gotcha. Well, this color is quite amazing. I see what you're talking about with the rear tail panel.
Paint car. It was an Alpine white car, and all they did was they added the blue, and then supposedly when they were pulling the tape off after they painted the blue, it peeled. That's why they put the.
It's like almost
and then they accented the wing.
It's almost like a flat black, or it's faded through the years.
The other side isn't, but then they covered the whole car in a DuPont pearl in the clear.
Really?
So that's why it's got. You see the white is
Yep.
different, or it's thin and.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of unusual to put a pearl on it, but it was innovative thinking at the time. Really, looking at.
Fairly original paint. All the white's original. It just had a pearl clear put on.
Gotcha. And that those are the original Krager SS's that were on it, huh?
It had rally wheels when I got it.
Oh, okay. It looks good with the Kragers. Kragers are timeless.
Yeah,
they just.
I added that.
He never. Oh, there's that.
See, that
plate.
was a console top plate, and that one was from '88.
Wow. Oh,
so
neat. Where's the original spare at? I wonder. Long
I
gone.
Left stuff at home.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I didn't bother.
Gotcha. Well, it's a really cool piece that I think all the Mopar lovers will get an enjoyment out of this car, because who, number one, takes a 70 Superbird and repaints it and does all this custom work on it. You know, it was an expensive car as it was, and then to take and do this, they just wanted to make it their own, you know, and that's why I build cars. I like to make them my own and look like something that nobody else has got, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what they did with this thing, and it's neat that it's preserved, and it's
Yeah,
the same
pretty
way it's been.
original.
Let's take a look at the motor real quick on it.
The one thing that I didn't know right away, but
Super Commando.
these cars, they never painted the fender tag.
Did not know that.
So that's original. It was never.
Wow. And this is all original paint under the hood, of course.
Yeah.
You know, showing that.
The motor isn't.
Oh, it
As
isn't?
in, the original owner, he modified the engine. He had dual fours on it. He had side pipes on the car, the brackets.
Really?
The rockers. And he raised it. And he ended up blowing it up, I guess. And that's when he ended up selling it, and the mechanic at the dealership that sold it new bought it, fixed the motor, put it back to stock. Well, he just spun a bearing. So
Gotcha.
Had to put a new crank in it. And,
What gears in this? Is this a track pack car?
yeah. Well, it's a 4-speed car, but all
Is it a
Superbirds
super
had-
track part?
No, all Superbirds had 355s.
354.
The 4-speed cars were a 354 Dana. The automatics were 355s.
Yeah.
There was no other option. They
Gotcha.
were all, you know, disc brakes.
That's
all
what I
steel
figured.
cars,
That's what I
too.
figured. I just wanted to confirm that. Look at that, you know, looking at this car. I mean, look at the radiator. It's original, you know, all original decals, and the patina on it. It's got the Roadrunner horn on it.
It's got your typical broken washer bottle.
Yeah, that was something that happened. And those valve covers.
Yeah, I did switch it over to electronic ignition because I planned on driving it here. Otherwise, the original stuff.
Where'd you drive it from?
I didn't. I ended up throwing it on a trailer. I come from North Dakota, and I basically left Monday at 3 in the afternoon. And I
Really?
wanted to be at Atlanta.
Okay.
You know,
Wow, that was a haul, huh?
1,600 miles. And I
North
didn't
Dakota.
have to do it.
Son, what are you doing up there? That's
Figured
cold
the car
country.
broke down and
That's cold
if I had
country up there,
issues.
boy.
It can be. It was 80 when we left, but
Really?
it'll be 80 when I get home. Yeah.
I've never been to North Dakota, but I always wanted to go.
It's nice for part of the year.
Gotcha. Well, it's neat looking at this car and just looking at the patina on it. And look, it had been hit one time right there, and it kind of broke up the filler or whatever they got where it started rusting just a hair.
Yeah, it's
But-
shocking that anybody ever bumped the nose. I see there's another Daytona here. Fresh
Wait a minute, I thought-
they're steel. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought they were. Did not know that.
Ones are the fake ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this one's pretty current that it's
Original
all
paint,
rust.
no doubt. The headlights still pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
When they don't work, they're spring loaded, so they're up. They're vacuumed to hold them shut. So
Gotcha. Now, anything been done to
that's
the
why I
motor?
usually see like one with the
Yeah.
up. They're always winking at you.
Anything been done to the motor itself?
Well, they went through it again in like.
Did you bump the cam up or
70
anything?
71. Well, it's stock now, but when the original owner had it, like I said, after he
You had the
basically
two
spun the
fours
bearing, yeah, then the mechanic basically put it back to stock,
Gotcha.
and then it's been stock ever since. And
They're
that was
stout.
Supposedly at around 20,000 miles is when you hurt the motor.
They said 375 horse. I was very conservative on these 440s, you know.
Well,
And
it's definitely easy to make 500 to 600 out of
oh
it.
yeah, with no problem. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Mike, man, this car is super cool. I want the Mopar fans out there in the world to see this thing. It's a piece of Mopar history. There was not another one around like it. It's a one-odd car, one and done, I would say. And for Mike to bring this thing to this meet is super cool. Came from a long ways away. And I really appreciate your time today, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
So we'll go from there. Look at my YouTube channel, Corner Classic Car Hunter. And we're going to be bringing you more. Stay tuned.